popping this shit off? Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Gold Network. We're going to books alive 1 and 2 in the NBA yesterday. Part of the win is going a little crazy out here. But in the Patreon, we went up about 11 units. So a good day nonetheless. Back on my best bets in the NBA for fresh off of East 99 is the first of the month. All right, let's get right into it. First up for the Milwaukee Bucks, playing this for a half a unit. Gary Trent Jr. over his 14 points, minus 105 odds over on DraftKings, 19, 16, and 14 points in his last 3 out of 4 games, 42, 35, 21, 13, 30, and 19 points in his last 5 games versus the Phoenix Suns, averaging 11 field goal attempts per game in his last 10 games. Phoenix allowing the fourth most above the break threes. Well, that's where Gary Trent Jr. scores 59% of his points. And Phoenix Suns also allows the seventh most points to the shooting guard position. So with all of that being said, I'm going to be taking Gary Trent Jr. over his 3 3-pointers made for another half a unit. You can get to that minus 130 odds over on Bet365. He's hit this line in his last 9 out of 11 games, and in his last 6 straight games versus Phoenix, 5 and 4 threes versus Phoenix in his last 2 games in the most recent contest. 8 3-pointers attempted, and he's shooting 42% on the season. And he's shooting 50% from 3 versus Phoenix. So he's needed to keep up the good work and keep doing what he's been doing. Next, for another half a unit from the Atlanta Hawks, Dyson Daniels over his 6 rebounds. You get that at minus 156 odds over on FanDuel. He's hit this line in his last 9 out of 11 games, 8, 8, and 9 rebounds in his last 3 games, 6 and 8 rebounds his last 2 games versus Portland. To get the juice down on that, I paired it with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, over 25 points. So Dyson Daniels 6 rebounds and Giannis over his 25 points get you plus 103 odds over on FanDuel. Giannis 31, 34, and 36 in his last 3 versus Phoenix. I can see where it's a blowout and he only needs to get 25. Because Gary Trent Jr. is going crazy. Next, for another half a unit, Franz Wagner, my University of Michigan brother. Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic over his 2 3-pointers made, playing this for a half a unit. Get it at minus 113 odds over on FanDuel. He is over this line in his last 3 games versus San Antonio. San Antonio, who allows the 6th most above the break threes. Franz Wagner scores 23% of his points from the above the break 3. He's also had 6 or more 3-pointers attempted in his last 4 out of 5 games. We just need him to shoot 33% in this contest to cash our bet out. Next, sidebar, I was looking at Grayson Allen over his 8.5 points, and I was like, man, maybe I should fuck with it, especially with Bradley Beal being questionable. I didn't take it, and then he gets promoted to the starting lineup, and now his point prop is all the way at 12.5. 4-point swing, only 2 more shots if you think about it, but if you know, you know. What a swing. With that being said, I got Jalen McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves over his 5 rebounds. I got to that plus 115 odds this morning over on Bet365. It has since moved to the line hasn't moved. It's only, well, maybe it has 6 rebounds now. So I got it at plus 5 rebounds for plus 115 odds. It might be at plus 6 rebounds for like minus 130 now. Absolute snipe. Nas Reed ended up getting ruled out, so I think that's what the line. Jalen McDaniels over his 5 rebounds plus 115 over on Bet365. He's had 8 rebounds in his last 2 games versus the Denver Nuggets with 10 rebound chances. In both of those, 10 rebound chances or more in both of those contests. He had 10 and 12 rebound chances. When he has just 10 rebound chances or more, he's hitting this line in his last 21 games this season. All right. And like I said, he had 8 rebounds in his last 2 versus Denver. So though this line has moved to maybe 6, I would play it all the way up to like 7 and still give you some breathing room since he's had 8 in the last 2. Playing now for 1 unit. All previous plays I played him for half a unit. Harder to win. It's going a little bonkers out here. last but not least, for one unit, they've been calling this guy Brola. Brooke Lopez over his 5.5 rebounds, minus 115 odds over on Bet 365. 7 and 10 rebounds in his last two games versus the Phoenix Suns. The Suns, who allowed the seventh most rebounds to the center position. Brooke Lopez, 10 rebounds just 1 week ago, playing against the Phoenix Suns. He had 14 rebound chances in his last game versus Phoenix. When he has 14 rebound chances or more, he's hitting this line in his last 16 out of 18 games this season. Brooke Lopez just stumbled into 6 rebounds for the simple fact that they should, Phoenix is liable to bench Nick Richards for no apparent reason. And I feel like that's the only defense that he has from grabbing rebounds. Also, the good thing about Nick Richards and or Mason Plumlee, they're going to play right next to the rim. So, you want to see who, if you're taking somebody for rebounds, you want to see who he's going to be guarding. He's going to be right next to the rim. So when the ball comes off the rim, he should be able to grab it. All right, let's do a recap. First 4 plays for half a unit. Gary Trent Jr. over his 14 points. Gary Trent Jr. over his 3 3-pointers made. Dyson Daniels over his 6 rebounds, parlayed that with Giannis Antetokounmpo over his 25 points. Franz Wagner over his 2 threes. Jaden McDaniels over his 5 rebounds. And Brooke Lopez over his 6 rebounds. If you would like all of my plays for just 16 cents a day, as soon as they drop, subscribe to the Patreon. That will be linked down below. Like, comment, and subscribe for my daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep running them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. Peace, love, and fish grease. Let's continue to run up some units.